Cheraw, South Carolina. This is the pure, deep South.
What's it like in Cheraw?
Our high school maybe has 400 students in it, like real small place.
Antebellum homes, old mills, and a sleepy downtown surrounded by cotton fields.
What's the specialty? What's the best thing you got?
All of it.
So these are all your grandkids right here?
That ain't all of them, that's part of them.
That's just part of them.
On the surface, there's nothing special here. Its population is neither collapsing nor exploding. It's not a crime capital nor a rich city. It's just a good old-fashioned, deep South factory town.
When they drive down Main Street and they see the homes, we used to be called the prettiest town in Dixie.
But in Cheraw, things may be about to change.
They paid $500,000 for each, but they got little eyes at the end. But that's crazy.
We're gonna have to have it. If we don't, China's gonna rule us.
If you want to understand a quintessential Southern town that may be on the brink of a transformation, come with us to Cheraw. Cheraw is not rich. Its median household income is just $22,000, well below the national average. A century ago, it was a different story. Located conveniently on a river and near the cotton fields, Cheraw's money earned it a reputation for being the prettiest town in Dixie. It's said here that while burning everything on his march to the sea, General Sherman spared it because it was too beautiful.
What are you guys setting up for right here?
The taste of
Taste of Cheraw.
Which is what?
Cheraw's most elegant event. Wouldn't you say it's our
Yeah.
premier cocktail attire event?
And we have, between 500 and 800 people show up for it.
Yeah.
Now, how do people live in Cheraw?
In the town limits, about 5,000. Yeah, we still have, I think, 4 major industries?
Yeah, back in the day, like I said, we had a bunch of textile. And they went to China like
Yeah.
everybody else. So Schaeffler, which is our biggest industry, they have 3 plants here, and they probably employ close to 3,000 people.
I mean, when you come through here, it's just beautiful homes, beautiful streets. A lot of them look to be quite old.
Yes,
What's-
lots of history here.
So what's the story? Why are all these mansions, beautiful estates? What's the story for Cheraw?
The PD River that runs through here, it was the furthest part you can go up with the depth was Cheraw. So a lot of the imports and exports, they come here to deliver from other places because the big ships couldn't come in.
But anyway, we have the church down here, Old St. David's Episcopal Church. There's still bullet holes and stains in the wall from where they did the Revolutionary War, where they used it as a hospital.
A lot of people are attracted to the area because it is so family-oriented, it's quiet, low-key, it's not a lot of traffic. When they drive down Main Street and they see the homes, we used to be called the prettiest town in Dixie.
I feel like Cheraw still has a lot of its character,
Yeah.
for sure. I feel like a lot of us hold on to that. We want to grow, we want new things, new businesses, but we love holding on to our heritage and our history.
This is one part of Cheraw. Beautiful, prosperous, antebellum, white. Once home to plantation owners and traders, and now houses the town's elite, including executives at Cheraw's remaining factories. But across town, it's a different story.
We're not from here. We're Yankees.
Right.
We're just driving through.
Okay.
What's it like around here?
I love it. Good place to settle down. I'm retired. She is.
Do most people here, do they work in the plant? Or what do most
Most
people
people do. Which this section right here is mainly elderly people. Got a lot of businesses coming in. Got Schaeffler across the street from me.
do? I mean, this seems like a very kind of traditional southern town.
It is. As you can see, these houses are basically about the same.
Yeah.
And this, what they call the old mill house, they built these houses for the people to stay in,
Like old textile mill.
basically.
But so that, our textile's gone now?
Pretty much.
But one thing that I can say about around here, our water is not too good. Well, we got lead in our water, so we're having to buy our drinking water.
And water's not cheap no more.
Sure ain't.
Yeah, what's it like around here?
Got nice and shit like that. You gotta be to yourself though. I don't like sweet shit around here, you know what I'm saying? That's all. But don't need to be to yourself around here. Everything good though, you know, peaceful, quiet. This was born at the Trumpet Man.
He was born here.
Yeah, he was born here.
Jobs?
Jobs good. Yep.
What do people do?
Got down. We got plants all around like Carolina canners, shit like that.
How are the police here?
They pretty good, man. I ain't gonna cap. Yeah, pretty good. Make sure everybody's safe and protected around here. They got most of the bad guys off the streets, so shit. Pretty cool around here now. You know what I'm saying?
Before it was worse?
Yeah. Killing and shit going on, man. People got down scared to come outside.
You think you'll stick around here?
Oh, nah. I'm trying to move on. I've been here too long. I'm really doing my own thing right now, though. To kind of tell y'all the truth, you know what I'm saying? Kind of a little homeless situation. This my people house right here. Yeah, it's abandoned.
Oh, yeah?
Still do my thing, make my money, do what I got to do, survive out here, you know what I'm saying? You'll see some shit, though, I'm trying to tell you. You go see a lot of people, they nice and cool, they'll talk to you. They ain't kind of act, some people kind of act funny, but most people around here kind of nice. I ain't gonna lie.
Do you think if you wanted, could you go get a job at a factory?
Yeah, I can get any job I want. I got fired from my last job, KLC. I was going with the manager there. Yeah, shit. Took me a little break right now, shit. Get me another job started, though. I'm doing like yard work, rake, cut grass. Shit, do what you gotta do, man.
What's it like around here?
It's bad around here, man. I don't need to be around this kind of stuff. Too much drugs, man. I don't need to be around this kind of stuff, man. That's why I was telling my caseworker, you gotta get me out of here, man. I don't even come out and deal with the people around here, because, you know, they just ain't right, man. They beg all the time. This place here is infested with drugs, man. At nighttime, all you see is crackheads all night, begging, bumming. Man, get away from me, please. It's just like I get no peace here. That used to be the t-shirt place.
This was a factory right here?
Yeah, this was a t-shirt place. That's why I don't understand this place, man. It's just too much going on out here, man. I've never been in a place like this, man. Even in the Bronx, it wasn't like this.
Really?
No. The other projects that they got over there, the guy got killed over there yesterday, a couple days ago. Shot got his brain blew out.
This whole area we're driving through here, it's like a factory graveyard. There's just old abandoned factories everywhere. And this is all right next to the projects, one of the poorest parts of the town. Over there, you've got the active factories and slightly more middle-class neighborhoods. And then in the middle of all of it, you've got the mansions. So you really see all the levels of the kind of like factory system in this little town here. So in the middle of this really kind of vacant area, a bunch of abandoned factories, there's a seafood restaurant, and it just smells unbelievable. You have like an abandoned payphone, an abandoned gas pump, and just this amazing smell of fresh seafood. We're gonna go check the spot out.
You just started to change, that's all.
It's changing now. In what way?
It's bad, really. All these deaths, like deaths and shit like that.
Why is that happening? What gives?
The YNs, man, the young people. It ain't how it used to be, man. They growing up with no guidance. I don't even try to stay around.
Is that bad?
No, it ain't that bad. I think got time for nonsense.
Hey, thanks, Quan.
Yes, sir. You must subscribe.
Yeah, man, thank you. So it's been here 65 years.
Yep. Long time. When Daddy and Mama had it, then after Daddy died, then I took over after that.
What's the specialty? What's the best thing you got?
All of it.
Seafood, we have really good seafood. Yeah. We have fresh seafood.
Well, you don't find places like this often, you know?
No, you don't. This is old school, you know. It's old, like I think.
So it's like a staple restaurant in the town?
Oh, yeah. Been a long time. It's getting hard now, like, you know, the small business is real hard. You can't hardly afford to pay anybody. All fees going up every week. I mean, shit. I don't want to go up, try not to, but I'm going to have to shortly.
What's Cheraw like?
Cheraw good. Yeah, real good. Down home people. Good place to raise kids. That's a good place.
So do most people here work in the factories?
Yeah.
You've seen a bunch of factories.
That's right. I ain't never worked in one.
No?
Nah.
You've always been doing this?
Well, I used to ride motorcycles a bit, motocross. That's what I did for a living. Then I come back here, help Daddy out, then I got stuck here. Getting old now.
No, not at all. What's your secret?
Eat fish.
Do you guys have kids who want to take it over from you?
Yeah, well, they kids, if they help
We
us
got
out.
one back there now. We had 3 back there. We got 17 grandkids.
You got 17 grandkids.
17.
Between me and him, we got. Well, he had 3, I had 3, then we got 1 together.
No, these are all your grandkids right here?
That ain't all of them. That's part of it.
That's just part of them.
Yeah.
You know, what's the biggest difference between running a business like this now and say 20, 30 years ago? What's the biggest difference?
Well, people back in them days, they come in pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? You know, pretty light and all. But now they come in, da. But they all good. Don't get me wrong.
Back in the day, they come here and just sit around with his dad. His dad would get the guitars out, they'd all play guitars together, and something like that.
It ain't nothing like
it's like
that.
a gathering place.
That's right.
It's changed now a lot.
It's all good, huh?
They can't
You make a living. Make a living.
Yeah, that's all we're doing,
That's it.
making a living.
Make a living.
We're not making a killing, that's for sure.
All right, so you're in the back cooking the fish.
Yeah, me and my buddy Junior, he's back there too. We cook the fish back there. Yeah.
All right, so what's it like in Cheraw?
But I mean, our high school maybe has 400 students in it. Like, real small place. But still, how long has this place been open?
Since 1961.
This place has been open since 1961. That's the owner right over there. Real cool dude. Best fish in Cheraw, South Carolina. Big, well-known place. Everybody around here loves Teal seafood.
All right, so when we're doing this, we are always searching for places like this, you know, the best food, the local vibes, the small business owners. So we're about to dig into this right here. Let's look at what we got. We're eating on the back of our pickup truck, which you also love to have. We got some catfish, hush puppies, and slaw. Oh my God, and that's the shrimp. All right, so we're about to dig into this. We just want to say, if you want your news experience as raw, real, and authentic as this seafood we're about to dive into, smash that subscribe button. Our mission is simple: capture the world, no bias, no fear. Thank you for watching. Now, let's enjoy it. Oh.
Now, the transformation that I mentioned before is happening because of this auto parts factory. The plant, owned by Germany's Schaeffler, is hoping to replace human labor with robots. In March, the Wall Street Journal reported that only 200 humanoid robots are being used in factories globally, and perhaps the first ones in America are being used right here. Schaeffler's robot, Digit, made by a company called Agility, works in a closed room moving baskets all day. It currently costs between $10 and $25 an hour, but Agility predicts it will get down to just $2 to $3 an hour, much cheaper than the starting human rate of $20 an hour at the plant. The Wall Street Journal predicts that this will replace human jobs there. So while in Cheraw, we asked locals what they thought about this and AI.
So we heard about the Schaefflers, is that what it is?
Yes.
We heard they've got one of the first humanoid robots anywhere.
That is correct.
Well, actually, our little Mexican restaurant that just opened up, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
They have a robot that comes out and delivers the food out there now.
Now everywhere you look in the news, on TV, they're talking about AI. What do you think about that?
I think it'd be a big help. We're gonna have to have it. We don't, China's gonna rule us.
What do you think about that? What do you think about robots?
I don't pretty like that because robots can kind of like take over. It's like a kind of like a technology thing. They be too smart.
They're gonna take over. They ain't gonna need us no more.
What do you think about that? AI, all this
I
stuff.
don't care enough for that.
You guys don't have a computer here.
That's it right now. Old school. We ain't even got a credit card here.
It's the future. Let's talk right. Some might not like it, but it's what's coming, and it's not leaving. If you're ready to move forward, that's where it's gonna go at. It's gonna go forward. They might not want to accept it, but guess what? Change is coming to everybody, whether you like it or not.
The Wall Street Journal predicts that this will replace human jobs there, but it just so happened that while in Cheraw, we met a man who worked alongside the robots.
You mind if I step up here? Is that okay?
Yeah, come on.
Thank you. So are you guys both from here?
I've been in Cheraw all my life.
You from Cheraw too?
Born and raised on the playground.
I've been here for 50 years, right here at the same spot.
Do y'all feel like it's changed much in your lifetimes?
Not much, but it seems like they're getting ready to make a change because when the old fade away, the young they change. You know, they're making things a little bit better.
We just learned that they put in one of the factories here. They put in a new robot. It's the first kind of like human style. It looks like a human.
Yeah, I work there. I work at ENA.
You work there?
ENA. Yeah, I work there. I go on third shift there. I work at ENA. They got 4 of them.
What do you think about that?
They paid $500,000 for each. So you know that's what.
For the robot.
Yeah, they'll sleep 16 hours. Work number 8. They actually they sleep, look like people. But you know they got little eyes at the end, but yeah, that's crazy. But
What do you think about that?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think they wasted money because they spent all that money for that and they ain't getting the job done. They don't hardly use them that much now. Yeah, I mean they got them just in that one section, but they want them to move around. That's not working.
Were there more factory jobs?
Yeah, more factories.
There used to be more.
Yeah, Takata. They closed that one down. Howland's still here. You got Howland's. You got 5 plants in Enid. I don't work at Takata,
all kind of different.
Carolina Candles, Stanley Tools. I don't work at Enid, the Pepsi plant. I don't did basically about all of them.
Now when I hear the word work, it hurt my back.
Oh, it gets hot here. I don't know how New York, but it gets hot here.
Yeah, it's not like this in New York. What do you guys think about AI?
Artificial intelligence. I know I can't believe everything on YouTube though, but you know some things make you laugh on there.
You know.
But
you never know. I can't even.
It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary to me because you know you don't know what to believe. You know. But some stuff I ain't gonna lie, I like looking at because it's kind of funny. You know. So,
when people watch this video, they might think you guys are AI.
Yeah.
how they know it's real.
Yeah, you know you're right. You don't know what to believe.
I'm from Society Hill. You know where that at?
No, I don't.
I figured that. This town ain't bad. It just, you know, depend on what you do and how you want to do it. You know, the people change. You know, friends ain't what friends used to be. Kids have no respect for grown-ups. When the kids raising kids, it ain't gonna get no better. That's why it's a whole lot of killing and shooting.
Well, we've heard a lot of people bring up the shooting over in the Dixie project.
That way I live there.
You live there?
I done seen so many people laid down out there, dog. I got friends that been killed and stuff out there. Everybody got a backpack with a gun. As simple as that.
Did you work in the factories here?
I worked in a few of them. I ain't had no problem with them. I like making money. I like making honest money, man. But other than that, like I say, I've been here about 37 years, about almost 38. I watched a lot of these stores go out of business. I shopped to a lot of these stores that went out of business.
Why'd so much stuff close?
Because people take their money out of town, man. People, you can't, I mean, if I get a store and you get a store, and we side by side, I won't make it. You will. If you get my drift. You might not understand me, but
because I'm white?
Woo.
So that stuff's that's still the way it is around.
That ain't never going nowhere, man. They can always be black and white as long as it's the world, man. This is what the problem is. Everybody got a different color.
Are you optimistic about the future?
I'm also optimistic about everything, cuz.
What about AI?
I really think AI ain't gonna do nothing but mess up this world like it's doing. And it ain't gonna get no better. What they gonna do is improve AI. Because AI ain't going nowhere. You know that, I know that. Something to think about. Dumb as I am, I think about stuff like that. I call myself dumb, yeah. There's a lot of stuff I don't know in the world. I'm still learning, man.
Got a lot of wisdom.
When you stop learning, you stop living, man.
Now, I should say that the reason we ended up here was because I read that journal article back in March and noticed they interviewed executives, investors, and managers, but not a single Cheraw factory worker. The residents of the town were ignored. This is exactly why we started RocaNews, because the media fails to capture people in places like these. In the end, it was the journal's loss. In Cheraw, we found beautiful homes, a quiet river, friendly faces, delicious catfish, and, simply put, the type of town that's getting ever harder to find. Cheraw may change, but a lot, I hope, will stay the same.